about 6:17 and time now for What's Trending. Well, who doesn't love a good customer service story? I know I do. Well, a woman went to the New England Aquarium in Boston last week hoping to get in with an old gate ticket. And by old, we mean old. She got it back in 1983. The 38-year-old ticket said, "You have arrived too late to fully enjoy our facilities. This ticket is good for admission at any time in the future." Well, any time turned out to be in 2021, and even though the late gate tickets were discontinued about 25 years ago, the aquarium actually honored it. Rachel Carl took the time to thank the staff on Twitter. She said her great aunt had actually given her 2 of the tickets, and she promised her that she would try to use it. Carl said the aquarium ticket office might hang the other one up as a memento, and this is just a great story altogether. First of all, it's an amazing aquarium there. I've been there plenty of times growing up in that area. The penguins are my favorite part, I think many people's. But it's really great, too, that the officials there decided to honor that ticket. And I think it was very, all in good fun. And hopefully, she'll be able to go back, too, and enjoy that even more. But this is just a great story overall, Devin.
Yeah, I mean, look how old that ticket is. And I mean, 25 years ago, they discontinued that. And they still honored it. I absolutely love it. And obviously, they took it. And they honored it and let her in. I mean, those tickets look pretty old too. It's just hard to spit the right words out. It's just so cool to see that old of a ticket, and they still honored it 25 years after they discontinued it.
Yeah, no, that was pretty awesome. And the ticket, like you said, it does look old, but it also, for being 38 years old, it's in pretty good condition too.
Yeah, you almost wonder how it was stored for all that time, and obviously did they misplace it and then they just find it? It's just kind of interesting to see how that goes. I know a lot of us keep a lot of stuff in our houses, so you never know what you're going to find, and that's one of them right there. And it's cool that you get to keep something like that as a memento. You kind of look at the history to just see where things are moving forward.
Sure.
Yeah, but meanwhile this morning, speaking of moving forward, many of us obviously need to go forward to school, but meet the teen who took to the ocean instead of roads to get to school. Some teens can't wait for the day when they can drive to school, but for Jonah Lee, he'd rather take to the water. For his junior and senior year, Lee kayaked a half-mile across the scenic Pearl Harbor Channel. Each morning, Lee would then catch a ride with a buddy the rest of the way to school. He says you see all sorts of things from submarines to ships, aircraft carriers, transport vessels. Taking alternative transportation runs in a family. Lee's dad, Benjamin, who is a physician in the Navy, bikes and kayaks to work. And you really get a sense to really just enjoy nature whenever you get to pull something off like that, Peter. And I know it's obviously a little bit more of a hike for you and you to maybe go to work. Maybe I might be able to pull it off. I don't live too far from the station, but who knows? I mean, you can really do that here in the Northwoods too. Just go for that walk and just kind of just take in Mother Nature.
Oh, absolutely. And it's really cool that he has the ability to do this too, right? That he lives in a proximity where he can actually kayak to school, and his dad doing the same for work. So it's great to see them together, smiling and like you said, enjoying just a beautiful spot there.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that. And I mean, this is kind of a good way for all of us to just think like, oh, maybe we could do something like that. And obviously, I know for us, Peter, it's hard because it's dark by the point when we go to work. So otherwise, I mean, some people, when it's daylight out, they can take advantage of that. And it really can be therapeutic at times.
Absolutely. And something else that can be therapeutic, Devin, of course, are our furry friends. And most of the time we're praising them. But the one in this next story might need maybe the opposite, I guess. So Kate Feldman of Oregon is an ICU doctor and had to take masking up seriously during the pandemic. And that appears to have rubbed off on her cat, Esme, who started showing up with stolen masks. At one point, it was like 6, 7, or 8 every single day, but it didn't stop there. Esme began snatching paintbrushes, swimsuits, and more. Feldman has even taken to publicly shaming her klepto cat and hanging up the stolen items for people to collect, hoping that she'll turn away from her life of crime. And this is just hilarious. This cat has gone all throughout the neighborhood, and you can see there all of the things hanging up are things that this cat has stolen. I think it said that the cat would go and steal like a neighbor kid's like Spider-Man apparel and stuff like that, and so she had to return it multiple times. But it's great that I think at this point her neighbors probably have an understanding. If something goes missing, they probably know where to look at this point.
Oh yeah, that is just too fun. I don't know what got that cat into the mood to start swiping things for no reason, but that is just too funny. It also makes you think of Jeff's dog Theo and one of their neighbor dogs, Hansi. Sometimes they like to swipe bones and other toys every now and again. So
cute.
you can almost say that's kind of a little funnier way that they kind of swipe at each other. But those two dogs have a wonderful friendship, and it's kind of funny to see those two really begin to goof around too.